Hello, my name is Faith McCardle, and I am a senior in art education with an emphasis in printmaking. And I am here today to show you my work in printmaking from the beginning, my style, my process, and overall goals in printmaking. So let's get started. I am from Wheeling, West Virginia, a place that is not very artistic. So imagine being someone from a hillbilly town saying like, I want to be an artist. And they're like, no. And then you go anyway. So I began my introduction to printmaking actually at West Liberty University over in Wheeling, where I began school. I worked under the amazing Martina Matuziak, who introduced me to things like intaglio and relief and lithography and all that. And I learned I really enjoyed printmaking for the ability to just recreate the same image over and over again and to be so involved with the process. I enjoy having multiple copies of my work instead of as in painting where you have one copy. I want to have multiple original copies from me. And so I just fell in love with printmaking. But in the beginning, I don't really think I knew my style or what I wanted to convey in my work and how I wanted to do that. I was really under the impression that you needed to have such bold statements in your pieces and for them to be pretty serious. So I started creating work that was more serious, but in turn of that, I wasn't really focusing on my images. And though I am proud of my work from this era, I would say that it really doesn't match who I am. The work is very inconsistent, and I'm actually still really proud of these, and I wouldn't call this like a trial and error phase, but more a trial and taking notes and try again. So from there, I really wanted to see where I could go with printmaking. Originally, I was a graphic design major and took this as a class for the hell of it. But I realized I really wanted to pursue education, and I decided to transfer to WU for art education and in turn printmaking. And here, I was still kind of continuing that phase of trying to make really deep work that, didn't really match what I was going for internally. But I decided to take a leap and start creating work that did more define me. I overheard a conversation about how some people, their process of just making work, just making whatever they want, and then finding meaning after that. And that was just like a light bulb that went off in my head, thinking like, wait a minute, people can do that? That's what I do every day. Because I do make a lot of work that I end up finding out was about things I was feeling or things I was going through, just like a way to get things out. And I took a complete different change in my artwork. And at that point, I really brought inspirations into my work that I've already had. People like Lucy Knisley, who creates comics of everyday life, but also just getting things out and talking about what's going on in her head. Or artists like Plumondon Comics, who does webtoon comics about just the most silly things to lighten the mood of her day. But she also has a series called Gum, which is called Growing Up Mormon, where she talks about struggles she faced in the Mormon community and her experiences in that as a way to let that out. And also I met and was really inspired by the printmaker Jay Ryan, a successful printmaker whose work is in no way really serious in a lot of them. And he does have some serious prints, but a majority of them are created with the reason of aesthetic, which I so enjoy. So after this, I really took a turn in my own art and thought, okay, I need to revamp this. So let's talk about my style. I gain a lot of inspiration from cartoonists and illustrators. I really embody that kind of style with mine, because I feel that with cartoons and illustrations, you can bring up more serious topics with it being not so serious. Like, it's easy to bring up topics that you want, such as my Target acquired cat friend. He embodies my fear of social parties, social gatherings, and when you go to a party and you see the cat, you're like, oh yes, I'm going to cling on to this guy for the rest of the night. Or my under pressure print, the idea that you are under such a strict box, but you really have a lot more room than you think. And yeah, you're still in a box a little, but you have a lot more room than you think in terms of like society and your role in society. I really started experimenting with color too. In all of my prints that you see here, have really taken on color in my prints. I feel like they really attract people. I'm really attracted to them, so I'm sure that someone else is. And it just makes the whole thing seem more lighthearted. And for my process, I got an iPad, got really lucky there with a huge sale, and started sketching out my work on Procreate, which I can not thank enough. It has really helped my art career in the way that I can just sketch multiple things, and it'd be so easy to create and then to like go back in and change it really quick. And not only that, but work with Joe with printing them onto a transparency so easy, and my work becomes exactly what I wanted in the first place. And through finding myself more artistically, I feel like I've been able to explore ways to push myself from ways I have been before, such as my pillow project. These cats I am so proud of. You'll see that I really like cats in my art, but these were the first non two-dimensional things I've ever created, and I am so happy with them. Through finding my own style and being able to experiment on my iPad before taking it to the real deal, I was able to have so much more time to get through this project and to really focus on what I wanted three-dimensional, where I've never done before. And things like my zine I just created, the If My Mirror Could Call Me Out for Looking Like an Idiot, but it can't, so I'm doing it myself. I had a lot of fun creating this, and this was just on a complete whim, like I said, of just getting things out. Dumb ideas, if you do. It was such a fun thing to make, and I'm so happy that through finding my own style and being able to like make that part of the process much quicker, I'm able to experiment more with my art. So that leads me to, where do I go from here? I got a whole career ahead. That leads me to, I still want to learn and experiment. Though I feel like I found my style more, I really haven't. I got so many years ahead of me to practice what I'm doing and to further my stuff from what I want. And what I want in my art is just to continue making stuff that represents me. Through this whole presentation, I think I have shown that I am not a serious person, and I have too much of an obsession with cats, but I just want my art to be something that is relatable to people, and if I start talking about something serious, I want that to be very lighthearted and open to get that message across. Overall, I just want to have fun with my art, and that's all that I need. So thanks for watching my video. That's all I got. All right, bye.